Hey y'all, I wanted to follow up to the video I did about saying yes to the great things and saying no to the things that maybe are good or not as great that don't fit us well. And I have a tool, and I call it a decision-making tool or a decision-making filter or funnel. And this is how we walk through the things that we can know and make as good a decision we can when opportunity comes our way. Now, this is not just a job decision-making tool, but it applies typically most in that way. So I'm going to kind of use that as an example. I'm going to say we have this opportunity, and we'll call it Opportunity A, and it's a job offer that I've been given that I feel like might be good for me. So I'm going to run it through my decision-making tool. And the things that I can know about myself, I can know my personality profile, and I use Myers-Briggs. There's some other great personality profiles out there, and in this case, I know I'm an INTJ, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. And my strengths, what are my strengths? If you haven't read the book Strengthfinders and discovered what your strengths are, you need to know those so that you can write them out on this. What is your education in? What field did you go into for your education, or what on-the-job training or life training education have you had? What are your skills? What are your natural skills? What are your skills that are innate within you that people just, you think everybody's that way, but you're unique, and that's a life skill. Thinking wavelengths, that's a test that you can go to my YouTube channel or a Facebook group, and you can do your thinking wavelength. This is something that is hardwired within you. Really important to know where you're at on the thinking wavelength, so you make sure you're in a right fit in where you're living your life and in your work. What is your experience? Does this opportunity, is it appropriate for your experience? And then passion. Is this in your wheelhouse of something you really want to do that fits you, that you're passionate about? Also, an exercise, a process that I've created a video for, and a video process on my YouTube channel. There's a playlist there, as well as on Facebook in the group and on the Facebook page. So let's take this as an example. Let's say this is Opportunity A, and to give it some context, I'm going to say it is an outside sales opportunity, because in my past life, that's some things that I did, inside, outside sales. And I would say, okay, for Opportunity A, I'm going to run it through the filter and think in terms of my personality. So being an introvert, INTJ, I'm introverted. An outside sales opportunity means I'm going to have to live a little bit in extroversion. I'm going to have to be a little bit outgoing and extroverted on a daily basis, every day. And so I look at that and I would say, that's on the verge. So we use the scale of red, yellow, green. Green is, yes, it's a go, it's great. Yellow's caution. Red is no go. So my strengths, does this fit within my strengths? In this circumstance, it certainly does, and it could for me personally. You'll need to know what your strengths are to know if that's a fit, red, yellow, green. Do I have education in this? As a matter of fact, I have extensive experience and education in the sales, not only in doing it, but in training others to do it. Thinking wavelengths, I would say, okay, is this job on the right part of the scale for my thinking wavelength? And in this case, certainly it can be, because you can definitely shape how you approach your sales to fit that. Does it fit my skills? Yeah, in this case, it really, really fits my skills. And where's it at in the context of my passion, as I know what my passion is? And in this case, that would be red, because it is not. I've done that. I had to do that. I supported my family with that, and that was okay for a period of time. But what I knew was this, and it has partially to do with this personality piece and also with my passion. What we like to say when you do your grading in our life plan decision-making tool, it's quite a bit more advanced than this. You have a lot more information after a life plan to be able to make a really advanced decision. It's a little different looking tool. And then there are 2 more steps after a step like this to where you really get down to the nitty gritty of does this fit you. But what we like to say is when you do a decision filter is if there's one red, then this opportunity is dead. So opportunity A for me would be a no-go. Primarily because of here. Now, there may be a season that I take on a sales job to make ends meet. If I don't have work, I'm going to work anywhere. I'm going to make a living for my family, but I know this is not permanent. I'm going to be making a plan and getting a new plan towards something better for me, but I'm not going to pass an opportunity that's going to put food on the table. You hear me say that? Work. Find your work. But if I have an opportunity, and I happen to have, for instance, opportunity B, and B makes this green, then suddenly I have a better opportunity that I'm going to choose. But I'm going to run it completely through the filter and make sure there's no red and that there's more green than there is yellow. This is a decision-making tool. It is not written in stone. It is subjective, but it's your life. You need to understand your life well enough to know, is this a good opportunity for me, or is this a great opportunity? Sometimes because we don't run it through any kind of filter, we even miss the great opportunities because we don't realize once we put it into your life context how amazing and awesome this opportunity really is. And sometimes you have to create that opportunity. Sometimes, as I was talking to someone this week, you may have to create a position, launch your own company, do your own thing. So why would you make decisions based on a filter like this? Well, you're making a decision based on all of the things that you can know. And you can add more to this, more bubbles, there's no quantity. What are the things that you know about yourself? But the opposite of that is just making decisions based on your feelings or a gut feeling. Well, that's silly. Why would you ignore all the things you could know about yourself and make a decision purely based on your feelings? Because your feelings will deceive you, and you may have an off day and make a terrible decision and choose the wrong option because you're trusting your feelings alone. I'm not saying you shouldn't trust your feelings, but add into it some information of things that you can know about yourself as you're making these decisions. Make an informed decision, make your best decision so that you can live your best life. I'll share in the weeks to come a couple of more details about the individual ones of these. As I said, Thinking Wavelength and Passion is already published on YouTube and on Facebook. So you can do those tests and know that information to add into your chart. I'll share my story, and I'll show you a little bit of what a life plan decision-making filter looks like and why I made the decision to do this full time, helping people discover their purpose and live a passionate, fulfilled, great life. I want that for you too. So I have these available in a paper format. You can download it, fill in the blanks, download multiple of them as you make decisions, fill them out, see where each of these opportunities that come your way are. It's not always work opportunity. Sometimes this can even be a relationship. Let's say it's relationship A or relationship B. Which person do I like more? Run it through the filter and see if it fits you. Is there alignment? And is this something long-term that is going to fit you, someone or something or an opportunity that is going to fit you really well? Want you to live your best life. I want you to live a life of purpose and a life fulfillment. And this is one of the tools that you can use to do that.